So today we have an incident today. A child has fallen off a balance beam at the childcare centre at Narella. The type of incident that we've got here, they've complained of a sore forearm from the fall. The hazards for us that we have been told so far is when we arrive at the centre, there is barricades for the parking to make sure the vehicles won't go into the building. There's also a secure gate which is self-closing for a safety precaution for the children, and a possible step into the doorway. There's wheelchair access to the building, so there's ramps without steps when we arrive there, which is helpful for us in our situation. The access and the egress would be through that safety gate and through the front door. So we do have to be mindful of the gate shutting behind us if we aren't aware of that. We've been told there's one child that's injured in the situation. They believe it's just the arm. The child hasn't complained of any other injuries. The child has walked himself from the balance beam in the play area to the foyer of the childcare centre. So when we arrive there, they'll be just in the front door sitting on the lounge. Me and my crewmate have been called to the job. With the situation that we've got, we believe that us two will be adequate for all this. So we do know that the task at hand is a child that's got an injured arm. We will still have to check for head injuries, any other injuries when we arrive. We don't believe we will have to carry this patient as he has walked himself from the site of the incident to the foyer of the centre, and we do know there's no stairs. So to get the child in and out, even if we do have to stretcher it, it's a straight out of the building. To us, we don't believe there's any risks. Like, there is risk, but not for us lifting physically the child. We believe he can get himself up and walk himself or put himself onto the stretcher if need be. As an individual, I do believe I'm capable of assisting this child. I believe my crewmate is capable as well. We will have our training, but I don't believe we will need any specialists like an ICP or anything to come out for this situation. With the load for us, like, we know it's a young child, between 20 to 30 kilos, could be a little more, a little less. We believe we're capable of lifting this child if need be. The patient is able to take instructions, but as a young child, we know what young children are like. They can tend to wander and do their own thing. We are able to manoeuvre the child if need be. The environment of the situation is a childcare centre, so we do know that there could be a lot of noise, a lot of young children, a lot of screaming, crying, upset children with the incident and what's going on. There probably would be a few of the carers there as well that might be a bit stressed, so we will have to seek and talk to those persons as well, and get a full understanding of what's happened. They should have an incident report as well, so we should be able to see exactly what's happened and where exactly it has happened. We do know that it's got the wheelchair access, but there is a couple of trip hazards for us as we do egress the building, and there's a little step out, and then also the stop barricades for the cars when they're parking. We have to consider the weather. If it is raining, it could be a little slippery as it's a tiled ramp up into the building. So we do have to be mindful of that as we do exit if it is raining or if there is any water spilt, anything like that. The equipment that we'll have on task is just our standard, so we will do our obs. We may have to take medication if we do need pain meds for the child that's in distress. Um, I believe that'll be about it for us. As we say, me and crewmate, we are well equipped and well trained for this situation. And when we did arrive, everything was as discussed. So it was a pretty straightforward abstraction from the patient. So we got him into the ambulance, back to the ED, and everything was handed over sufficiently, and everything went well for the little child.